Breaking news, Jeff Sessions is mad. He just fired 4 people at once after finding out what they all did to Trump. Oh my God, this is huge. Furious Attorney General Sessions just fired 4 people at once. According to freedomdaily.com, the Trump administration started out with one huge impediment. They had to deal with Obama's people. Not only were they cleaning up the messes made by the Obama's people, not all of those people left on Inauguration Day. While the key players obviously turned over plenty, keyboard jockey and document runners kept their position. This seems to be the proverbial swamp quote that President Trump keeps referring to. The White House has been plagued with leaks since day one, and they are frankly quite sick of it. While the loyal Obama supporters probably think they're just honoring their former leader, they're actually stabbing their own country in the back with these treasonous actions. Not only are they making a mockery of our government, in some cases this information is getting out to every government in the world, friends and enemies alike. The White House is finally ready to drop the hammer on the leakers, and Attorney General Sessions is leading the charge. The orders came down from the president, but the implementation will be done by many around 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. It's going to be a hard road to stop every single damaging release of information, but it's absolutely a critical part of the success of the Trump administration. From the Washington Examiner, Sessions stressed that his department doesn't confirm or deny specific investigations, but made it clear there are many more leak investigations ongoing today than there were less than a year ago. Since January, the department has more than triple the number of active leak investigations compared to the number pending at the end of the last administration. He said, and we've already charged 4 people with unlawfully disclosing classified material or with concealing contacts with federal officers. Here are Attorney General Sessions' full comments on the investigation. Despite those who've already been issued their walking papers over their inexcusable activity, the White House still has a hard row to hoe if they want to completely clean up this mess. Many have advised that the president completely wiped out every person associated with the former administration. However, that's not a step that they've said they're taking yet. It's curious that the left calls Trump supporters deplorable when so much of their behavior seems to fall into that category. If risking the safety of a nation in order to seek vengeance for a political candidate that lost isn't deplorable, I don't know what is. Here's a little more on the subject from the Daily Caller. Attorney General Jeff Sessions and Director of National Intelligence Dan Coats presented an aggressive new strategy for curtailing intelligence leaks Friday. I strongly agree with the president and condemn in the strongest terms. Okay, this is what he's saying here. So we can safely say that whoever is stabbing Americans in the back and releasing classified information to our enemies should probably watch their backs. They're about to feel some serious heat. Let's take a quick listen here at press conference.
Morning.
This is too long.
Whose district in Maryland to bring criminals to justice.
That's
we
it.
will not allow rogue anonymous sources with security clearances to sell out our country. These cases, to investigate and prosecute, are never easy, but cases will be made and leakers will be held accountable. All of us in government and in every agency in Congress must do better. The first requirement is personal discipline. Education and repetition within our departments and agencies will make a difference. Prevention is what is required. An investigation of a leak is too late, really. The damage is done. Thank you.
And that's exactly it. Once the leak happens, the damage is done. So, I mean, it's high time. I think they should get rid of all Obama holdovers. That's it. That's the only way. You cannot do it otherwise. Anybody loyal to Obama is going to be working against the White House, and it should be done where it's cleaned out, and start new with people that are for Trump. You cannot run a government this way correctly. You cannot, and there's always going to be something going wrong. But this is to the highest degree at this point, and Sessions